From childhood, we are sold a very specific story about love. It's a story of finding the one, of a destined soulmate who will complete us. It's a story of passionate romance, grand gestures, and a final blissful happily ever after. This is the fantasy peddled by Hollywood, by novels, and by social media, and it is a beautiful, seductive lie. This fantasy sets us up for failure because it teaches us that a good relationship should be effortless, free of conflict, and a constant source of happiness. So when reality inevitably hits, when the passion cools, when disagreements arise, when hardship strikes, we think our relationship is broken. We think we chose the wrong person. The ancient Stoics offered a radically different and far more durable blueprint for love. They saw a relationship not as a source of constant pleasure, but as a partnership in virtue, a voluntary union between two people committed to helping each other navigate the challenges of life with character and grace. This is not a guide to finding a soulmate. This is a masterclass in becoming a good partner. We will explore the Stoic approach to choosing a partner, navigating conflict, managing desire, facing adversity as a team, and even handling heartbreak with dignity. This is the framework for building an unbreakable love. Everything in a relationship flows from the initial choice of a partner, and the Stoics were adamant that we tend to choose based on all the wrong criteria. We are drawn to superficial qualities, physical beauty, charm, social status, wealth. The Stoics would call these preferred indifference. They are nice to have, but they are fragile, temporary, and have no bearing on a person's actual character. Building a life with someone based on these qualities is like building a house on a foundation of sand. So what should a Stoic look for? One thing and one thing only: character. You are not choosing a decoration for your arm. You are choosing a partner for the battlefield of life. You need a fellow soldier, not a fragile trophy. Epictetus advised his students to scrutinize the character of potential friends and partners above all else. Ask not, are they attractive, but are they honest? Ask not, are they exciting, but are they resilient? Ask not, do they make me feel good, but do they make me want to be a better person? This requires you to first know what you value. If you value virtue, integrity, and growth, you must seek a partner who shares those values. A true Stoic partnership is a friendship of virtue. It is a team composed of two people who respect each other's character and are mutually committed to helping each other improve. Your partner should be a mirror to your soul, someone you can trust to tell you the hard truths, someone who holds you accountable to your own principles. This is a much higher bar than simple attraction or shared hobbies. It requires patience and discernment. But choosing a partner based on their unshakable character, rather than their fleeting external qualities, is the single most important decision you can make in building a love that is designed to last. It is the bedrock of your shared citadel. So you have chosen a partner based on character. The foundation is strong, but even the strongest foundations are tested by the friction of daily life. This is where the real work begins. The third part of our guide is about the daily practice, how to use Stoic tools to navigate the inevitable conflicts and annoyances of sharing a life with another human being. The first and most powerful tool in any disagreement is the objective description we learned from Marcus Aurelius. Your partner left their dishes in the sink. The untrained mind creates a story. They don't respect me. They are lazy. They always do this. This story is what causes the anger. The Stoic mind pauses and separates the story from the fact. The fact is, there are dishes in the sink. That's it. By refusing to add the dramatic narrative, you starve the anger before it can even begin. You can now address the simple fact without the baggage of emotional judgment. The second tool is a constant application of the dichotomy of control. You cannot control if your partner is forgetful, or if they had a bad day at work and are in a bad mood. Wasting energy trying to police their emotions or change their innate personality is a recipe for misery. What can you control? Your response. Your patience, the way you choose to communicate your own needs. A Stoic partner focuses their energy entirely on being the best partner they can be, regardless of their partner's momentary flaws. Finally, you must use the compassionate lens. Before reacting to an annoying habit or a sharp word, ask yourself the Stoic question: why might they be acting this way? Perhaps they are not being lazy, perhaps they are exhausted, perhaps they are not being critical, perhaps they are feeling insecure. As Marcus Aurelius said, people act badly out of ignorance or pain. By trying to understand the root cause of their behavior, you can respond with empathy instead of anger. This doesn't mean you excuse it, but it allows you to address it from a place of connection, not conflict. Now we must address a topic central to any relationship, and one where Stoicism is often deeply misunderstood: desire, sex, and passion. Let's be clear, the Stoics were not prudes. They were not celibate monks. They saw physical intimacy as a natural part of human life, a preferred indifferent. It is a healthy, normal activity to be enjoyed. The danger for a Stoic never lies in the act itself. It lies in becoming a slave to the desire for it. This is where the virtue of temperance, or self-control, enters a relationship. The goal is to enjoy physical passion without letting it rule your rational mind. When desire becomes a desperate craving, it leads to destructive emotions. Jealousy, for instance, is a classic Stoic error. It stems from the mistaken belief that your partner is a possession that you own and can control. It is a direct violation of the dichotomy of control. You do not control your partner's feelings or actions. You only control your own. A Stoic partner loves freely and trusts their partner, knowing that their own inner peace cannot be dependent on another person's fidelity. Passion, like fire, is a powerful force. Contained within the hearth of a virtuous, trusting relationship, it provides warmth, light, and profound connection. But when it escapes that hearth, when it becomes unchecked desire, jealousy, or obsession, it burns the house down. The Stoic seeks to be the master of this fire, not its servant. They enjoy intimacy not as a needy consumer, but as a generous partner, sharing a natural and beautiful part of the human experience, without sacrificing their inner tranquility. A relationship built on fleeting pleasure or mere convenience will crack under the first real pressure, but a partnership built on virtue is not tested by adversity, it is forged by it. The fifth part of our guide is about weathering the inevitable storms of life, not as two individuals but as a single unified team. When external hardship strikes, a financial crisis, a health diagnosis, a family tragedy, a Stoic partnership deploys its shared toolkit. First, they apply a shared dichotomy of control. They sit down together and ask not why is this happening to us, but given that this has happened, what parts of this situation are within our control, and what parts must we accept? This immediately shifts the focus from blame and despair to pragmatic collaborative action. They define the battlefield together. Next, they view the challenge through the lens of the obstacle is the way. The question becomes, how can this challenge make us a stronger couple? What virtues is this situation asking us to practice together? A financial setback is not just a problem, it's an opportunity to practice shared discipline, creativity, and mutual support. An illness is not just a tragedy, it's an opportunity to practice patience, compassion, and profound love. They see the obstacle not as something threatening their relationship, but as a project they can work on together to strengthen it. Finally, they practice a shared amor fati. When the worst has happened and the outcome is sealed, they face it as one. They accept this new reality as a part of their shared story. This doesn't mean they like it. It means they accept it without bitterness, and they begin the work of building the next chapter from where they are. By facing the storms of fate together, with a shared philosophy, they transform external chaos into a source of internal strength and deeper intimacy. Their shared citadel becomes truly unbreakable. But what happens when the partnership itself is the source of the pain? What happens when a relationship ends? This is one of life's most profound griefs. And here, the Stoic toolkit is not about avoiding pain, but about surviving it with your character and self-respect intact. First, as with any loss, you give yourself permission to grieve. The end of a significant relationship is the death of a shared future. It is natural and necessary to feel the first arrow of sadness, pain, and loss. Acknowledge the pain without judgment. Don't tell yourself you should be stronger or get over it faster. Second, apply rational perspective. Avoid the second arrow of catastrophic judgments. I will be alone forever. I have failed. I will never find love again. Remind yourself of the Stoic truth. Your partner was always a preferred indifferent, a wonderful part of your life, but never a possession you owned. Your core self, your ability to reason and choose, remains untouched. Your happiness was never truly dependent on them, and it is not now. Third, practice the gratitude reframe. When your mind wants to dwell on the pain of the ending, consciously redirect it to gratitude for the beginning and the middle. Remember the good memories, the lessons learned, the joy you shared. As Seneca taught, these are indefeasible possessions that the breakup cannot take away. Be grateful for the story you had, even as you mourn its conclusion. Finally, you re-engage with your duty to yourself. Your duty now is to heal, to learn, and to maintain your character. Do not let heartbreak turn you into a bitter or cynical person. That is the true failure. The goal is not to win the breakup. The goal is to exit it with your dignity and virtue intact, ready to walk your own path with strength and wisdom. So we arrive at the Stoic vision of love. It is not a fairy tale. It is not a Hollywood movie. It is something far more real, more resilient, and ultimately more beautiful. A Stoic relationship is not about finding a perfect person who will make you happy. It is about striving to be a good partner alongside another person who is on the same path. It is not about avoiding conflict, but about having the tools to navigate it with reason and fairness. It is not about maintaining a constant state of passionate bliss, but about building an enduring commitment to mutual growth and support. The ultimate goal of a Stoic partnership is not just to make each other happy in a fleeting hedonistic sense, it is to make each other better human beings. It is a union of two inner citadels, standing side by side. Each partner is whole on their own, but they choose to face the world together, offering support, accountability, and love. They help each other practice virtue. They help each other become wiser, more courageous, more just, and more temperate. This is the most profound kind of love. A love based not on fleeting feelings, but on a shared commitment to a life of character. It is a partnership that doesn't just endure the storms of life, but uses them to become stronger, more beautiful, and more deeply connected than before.